What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus package update, stimulus check update, and daily news. Everything going on here in our country, in Washington, D.C., and everything you need to know about on a daily basis. Money, investing, the stock market. You know it. We cover it here on our channel here on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure to click the subscribe button down below. It's completely free, and new videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, thank you so much for giving these videos a like. You guys are really amazing. We got a lot to cover here today. And first up, Congress is flirting with another government shutdown. That's right. That is going to happen in just a little over 2 weeks. Remember that. I know. On February 18th, the government will shut down again. Last year, they passed a CR, a continuing resolution, with a bipartisan Republican and Democrat continuing resolution to fund the government. But that was only a temporary solution until February 18th. So now they have just a little bit over 2 weeks to do it again as they kick the can down the road. So what does Congress do? They always wait till the last minute. So they're going to have to come to a bipartisan solution. The Democrats in control, they're going to need Republican support yet again with Mitch McConnell in the Senate. Remember, the Democrats can pass pretty much any bill in the House of Representatives by themselves, but they need to come to an agreement with Republicans in the Senate to get the 60 votes needed to bypass the filibuster. So they're going to need to come to an agreement with Mitch McConnell to fund the government and get that 60 votes needed. Now, remember, the Democrats can pass a couple bills through the reconciliation process to pass the Build Back Better stimulus package if they can get Joe Manchin on board. But that does not count for the government shutdown bill. So they will need Republican support on that to fund the government, to keep the government's lights on, basically, and fund government services, which they're going to need to do here by February 18th. Yeah, I know. Congress waiting till the last minute on everything. I know, we can't make this stuff up, right? But meanwhile, the Democrats now say they are prioritizing, now that the voting rights bill has failed, and their number one agenda right now is passing the Build Back Better and stimulus packages and multiple different stimulus provisions. Check this out. Progressives groups push Senate for action on spending and climate package, the Build Back Better package. More than 250 organizations and individuals are urging the Senate to pass the Democrats' spending package known as the Build Back Better Act, with provisions that address child care, pre-K, paid family and medical leave, home and community-based services, and the monthly payments called the child tax credits. Saying, quote, "We, 250 plus advocacy organizations and leaders representing millions of your constituents across America, urge you to act with haste to pass the Build Back Better Act. Now is the time to make these investments in both working families and our workforce," the group wrote in a letter to U.S. senators. The coalition also placed an advertisement in the New York Times that featured the letter. According to Politico, the AFL-CIO, Me Too International Women's March, and National Domestic Workers Alliance were among the groups behind the effort. Also, get this, the SEIU launched a six-figure ad buy pushing lawmakers to pass the Build Back Better Act in West Virginia, Joe Manchin's home state. Check this one out. The Service Employees International Union, the SEIU, launched a six-figure ad buy worth $800,000 on Monday, pushing senators to pass President Biden's sweeping social spending bill known as Build Back Better. The $800,000 television and digital ad blitz will air in West Virginia and Arizona, Kirsten Sinema and Joe Manchin's estates, and Washington, D.C. The two title ads, titled In Action and Home Care, cite various issues that are included in Build Back Better, including caregiving and prescription drug pricing. Yeah. The SEIU president, Mary Kay Henry, said in a statement to The Hill, "We will not allow the Build Back Better agenda to stall while hundreds of thousands of seniors and people with disabilities face hurdles to home care and millions of people struggle to afford prescription drugs and childcare, and with the climate crisis at our doors. Congress and President Biden have a unique opportunity to deliver good union jobs and lower costs for working families today. It's time to deliver." So these groups are spending a lot of money targeting Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema and their constituents, their individual voters, and a lot of them in their states, West Virginia and Arizona, going directly to the people, saying, put pressure on Joe Manchin, Kirsten Sinema, or vote them out. We'll see what happens here. We have had a lot of groups protesting against Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema. Remember that just here recently, Senator Kirsten Sinema was censured by her own Arizona Democratic Party. Yeah, her own Arizona Democratic Party. Remember, she is an Arizona Democratic senator. They censured her. And there's talk that they may not even back her for the next Arizona Democratic election. They actually may potentially back a different candidate for the Arizona Democratic election. So remember that they have primaries. So when they go to elect a candidate for the Democratic election, they could actually back a different Democratic candidate, and she might not even win the Democratic primary potentially. Um, so there's a lot going on here with Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema. Let me know your thoughts here, and if big if here, if voters don't like what their own senators and representatives are doing, they can be voted out. And this goes for anybody, Republicans, Democrats, anybody in office. So let me know your thoughts on this. What do you think will happen here? What do you think? How do you think of the job they're doing? I know some people actually approve of what Joe Manchin's doing. They think he's doing the right thing. Of course, this has to do with your political beliefs and if you're Republican, if you're Democrat, if you are in the middle, and how you kind of see things. Let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. The FDA today actually granted full approval for the Moderna virus vaccine. I actually forgot that they haven't done this. They have done this for the Pfizer vaccine a long time ago, but they hadn't done it for the Moderna vaccine yet until today. Check this out. The FDA on Monday granted full approval to Moderna's COVID vaccine, giving an additional vote of confidence in its safety and effectiveness. The full approval for people 18 years and older was based on follow up data showing high efficacy and favorable safety approximately 6 months after the second dose. So I assume that that's the reason why, because they needed 6 months after the second dose, and that's the time frame. But the vaccine had already been available since December 2020 under an emergency use authorization, but full approval provides an extra emphasis. Acting FDA Commissioner Janet Woodcock said she had hoped the move gives some people additional confidence in the vaccine. Pfizer's vaccine already received full approval back in August. According to the CDC, about 74% of adults are now fully vaccinated. The numbers are lower for boosters, which are crucial for achieving higher protection against the Omicron variant, with 44% of fully vaccinated adults having received a booster, according to the Public Health Agency. And a little bit of unfortunate news in today's episode of You Can't Make This Stuff Up. The U.S. Olympic bobsled team is dealing with a COVID nightmare. And apparently, several members of the U.S. Olympic bobsled team will not be able to participate because they have tested positive going into the U.S. Winter Olympics that are going to be starting here soon. Yeah, you can see a picture of them here just from a few days ago. But unfortunately, if you test positive here, you're not going to be able to participate in the Winter Olympics. Yeah, you could see here the virus is already throwing a wrench into plans for Team USA a week before the 2022 Winter Olympics begin. Multiple members of the U.S. bobsled and the skeleton team have tested positive for the virus on Friday night. Bobsledder Josh Williamson announced Wednesday in an Instagram post that he had tested positive last Sunday, but he is reportedly not the only one. There is at least one other athlete, in addition to multiple coaches and support staff, who have tested positive. A team official confirmed to the website that there were multiple positive tests, but did not specify the detail. It's all a nightmare, one athlete told Yahoo Sports. I gotta say, being an athlete myself, I was second in the state for wrestling in Ohio back many years ago. And I gotta say, you only really get one shot. Maybe in the Olympics, you maybe get two, maybe three if you're lucky. But remember, the Olympics are only every 4 years. So you're looking at 4 years and then 8 years and then maybe 12 years. That's a long time for an athlete. Can you imagine waiting 4 years and then you go to participate and then you get the virus and then test positive? It's what an absolute nightmare. My thoughts and prayers go out to anybody dealing with this virus right now. It's an absolute just it's a tough thing to deal with emotionally, physically, financially. Think about how many people right now are out positive and just quarantine and can't go to work and are missing out on paychecks right now. It's a really tough thing for millions of people right now. Just I don't know, about a week or so ago, we had 8.8 million Americans out on quarantine and couldn't go to work. Think about how many people that is missing out on paychecks. Remember, there's no paid family and medical leave here in the United States. We're the only first world country to not have that on a national basis. It's kind of like, why are we the only first world country to not have that in the entire world? It's insane. Now that is one of the things in the Build Back Better package. It's something I think that, again, we're the only country to not have that. Why are we the only country to not have that? It's like, if we're the only country to not have that. It's like we should definitely have that, especially during a pandemic. It's something that would help a lot of particularly low middle income families really get by. Of course, people that are high income that really don't struggle paycheck to paycheck, it wouldn't affect them as much. It's all the everybody else that really struggles paycheck to paycheck that really needs that to get by, right? The people that can't even go one paycheck and really need that, right? They go one paycheck and they're missing that, and they're like, oh my god, what am I going to do? How am I going to pay this bill, pay that bill, put food on the table, right? And it's those type of policies that really affect people, and those type of policies that are put into place that really people are really thankful for, right? You think about policies like Social Security, policies like unemployment, paid family and medical leave. These are policies that really make a difference in people's lives, and they don't really realize it until it's there. And then they're like, wow, that was really amazing that that was there. And of course, paid family and medical leave is something that's not really quite there yet, unless you have a really good job. And there's very few jobs that actually have that type of paid family and medical leave. And hopefully that is something we can get changed here in the future. You can let me know your thoughts. Also, I got to give a shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals from Ohio who made it to the Super Bowl in overtime for the first time in like forever. Yeah, a good old Ohio team going to the Super Bowl. So I got to root for them here. You know, I'm an Ohio boy. And yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl. So that'll be really cool to watch them in the Super Bowl. It was what a nail biter, right? So yeah, an Ohio football team's going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, sorry if you're rooting for the other team, but yeah, really interesting, really cool to see an Ohio team make it to the Super Bowl. You know that if you're from Ohio or you follow this, you know Ohio teams don't make it to the Super Bowl like ever. So you know, especially the Cleveland Browns, like that's like a never thing, right? But yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl, so you know, hey, we'll take it, right? So if you're new to our YouTube channel, make sure to click the subscribe button down below. New videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll keep you up to date with everything going on here in our country in Washington, D.C. It's completely free to subscribe. New videos come out here every day. Don't miss out on any new videos, and I will keep you up to date here with everything. You can click here to watch our newest video next. Or if you haven't seen this video yet, you can see how multiple different states are sending out stimulus checks here in 2022. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.